Welcome back once again. This is Dr. Rhonda Cofelt. This is a pretty short section. I just wanted to have it by itself because we're going to be using the formula and molecular masses that we learned in the previous part 1A, if you will. This is section 3.2 if you're following in the book, and this is percent composition. And so percent composition is where we look at the percent by mass of each element that's in a compound. And so the compound's total is the percent composition by mass. And so we take the mass of each element, the total that's in the formula, and then we divide it by the total formula mass or molecular mass times 100, and that just gives us the percent of each one. So in my example here of hydrogen peroxide, the percent of hydrogen is equal to 2 times the mass of hydrogen, because I have 2 of those, and the total, if you add them all up, is going to equal 34.02. We just learned how to do that to calculate the actual formula mass. And then 2 times 16, because we have 2 oxygens, and then that divided by 34.02, which is the total, and then times 100, and that gives you the percent by mass of each element in the formula. So let's practice one. So calculate the percent composition by mass of lithium carbonate, and I give you the formula here, okay, and it's in parentheses just because that's part of the sentence, okay, so there's no number outside it, so don't let that confuse you. And so we're going, and I left myself plenty of room to work this one, yay. So we've got lithium, and we've got carbon, and we've got oxygen, okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate each one, right? So the lithium, if you recall, is 6.941, and I have 2 of those. And the carbon is 12.00 times 1. That one's easy. And then the oxygen is 16.00 times 3, okay, and that's 6, 12, 18, 48, 00. Alright, it's kind of scary when I do things in my head, by the way, and there's no way I'm doing 6.941 times 2, so it gives me 13.882. So when I add all of those up, 13.882 plus 12 plus 48, I get a total of 73.882, or 73.88. Let's see. Oh no, I'm adding, so 2 decimal places, so yeah, so 73.88. So, but usually I don't round that stuff until I get done. So the percents will have 4 significant figures, but I'm going to use this number, remembering that I'm going to have 4 significant figures. So the percent of lithium is 13.882 divided by 73.882 times 100. The percent carbon is going to be 12 divided by 73.882 times 100. And so look, I had all that space and I still can't fit it all like I want to. And 0, or oxygen, is a percent, is going to be 48 divided by 73.882. Alright, so 13.882 divided by 73.882 gives me 18.79%. lithium, and 12 divided by 73.882 gives me, times 100 of course, gives me 16.24% carbon, and 48 divided by 73.882 gives me 64.97% oxygen. So it's mostly oxygen. So, and that's not a stretch, but because, oxygen is, you got 3 of those, so it kind of makes sense. But sometimes it will fool you. Okay, so that's basically how you do percent composition by mass. I've got you a practice problem to do, so make sure you do that. Go ahead and do it now if you can, and do it kind of like I did. Do your carbon, your hydrogen, your nitrogen, and your O5, okay? And then you can tell the percent of each element in that formula. All right, have a great day.